evening, good evening, good evening. How you doing, guys? Good evening. It's going to be a late one. It was a very busy day today, a lot of things to do, but at the end of the day, you still have to do one of these previews, especially for a game like tomorrow. A very important game because right now we're behind Arsenal with a few points. I think by 1 point. So if we win tomorrow, we go up top. So, guys, let's get into this. Fulham versus Man City. For the people who are going to watch this in the morning, like the vid. I know it's too late. Most of the people who view my videos are mostly from England and mostly from time zones that right now they're sleeping. But anyway, we still gotta hustle. I still have to make one of these videos for you people. So, guys, welcome to the channel. And as I said, it's Man City versus Fulham. The game is gonna be at the Etihad. Let's just start off as we always do. We're going to start with the injury report. In the last match against Sevilla, Haaland was injured. So Haaland was not there. So Haaland was injured and did not play the match against Sevilla. But few pictures have shown up on social media. And also, I watched the video that they were doing training. Also, Pep was asked in the press that um, is Haaland going to play? They say they're going to assess him today for training. So there's a small percentage that Haaland might actually play tomorrow. So Haaland is back in training. Akanji was missing in the Sevilla game. I think he had a bit of a knock. So Akanji is also back in training, which is good news because Akanji was informed, was one of our most informed defenders. So the injury report so far, Walker, there's still no word. We don't know when Walker is going to be back, but Phillips is back in training, which is also amazing. So that's the injury report for today, guys. If you watch the press, Pep says they're going to assess Haaland and he might play tomorrow. Let's move on to the players we want to watch. For me, to be honest with you, if Haaland is fit tomorrow, or even 70%, I'll play him. Haaland is not going to the World Cup, so I just want to see Haaland score more goals. that's that's my agenda. I just want to see Haaland more score more goals. I know people out there also feel like myself, other City fans. You just want to see Haaland score more goals. So if there is a slight chance or a small chance that Haaland can be able to play the game tomorrow, I would still play him because, as I said, Haaland is not going to the World Cup. What do we got to lose? Uh, I saw him doing training. He was running, kicking the ball. So I think he's healthy enough. He had a rest. I think the whole foot thing was not a serious injury. It was just a small foot injury, so it wasn't serious. So Haaland is actually becoming our fear factor. A lot of teams are fearing him, so I would play him back. Phillips, I don't want Phillips to start tomorrow because obviously he's been injured for so long, but I'd like him to do at least 10 minutes. If the game is going well, bring him on for 10 minutes. Just let him warm up because I think we're going to need Phillips. I'm not very happy the fact that Phillips, after he gets back to training, he's going straight to the World Cup. But tomorrow, for the players I want to watch, the match is at 3 p.m. UK time. I don't know what time the match is in America, in other places. I know most people in Canada, America, they have to wake up early in the morning. Shout out to my boy Michael. Shout out to my boy Veta. Shout out to my boy Mr. Gundorolian. They have to wake up early in the morning. Guys, like the vid. There's a lot of people of you watching right now, like the vid. So, guys, tomorrow the players I want to watch is Haaland and Phillips. So, as I said, Walker, there's still no word of Walker. But let's talk about Fulham. Fulham have been very difficult this season. They drew against Liverpool. People thought it was just a one-time thing. Obviously, Liverpool haven't been doing well. But for a team that has come back with Marco Silva, they have become very difficult to beat, especially when they're at home. Obviously, away they are also playing very good football. The thing about I like about Fulham is they're not scared to play the big boys. Fulham doesn't pack the bus. They will pack the bus, but they don't pack the bus at a point where it's a low block. No, it's always a mid block, or they will try to play toe to toe against you or counter you. Mitrovic is having a very incredible season. I think he's got 7 to 6 goals. Their left back Robinson is very good left back. He hasn't signed his contract. I hope City look at him. Um, the team is stable. Let's not forget one of our defenders from our academy plays for them too. I haven't seen him a lot. Maybe he might be injured. But Fulham is a very good team, so it's going to be a very good test. It's not going to be one of those easy games. As I said, Fulham have been doing very well in the league. They're actually above. Let me check. I think they are above Liverpool. I think Fulham might actually be above Liverpool in the league, believe it or not. And I'm not joking, I'm not trying to throw. I think Fulham are actually above Liverpool. Yes, I am right. Fulham right now as we speak, right, Fulham is number 7 and Liverpool is number 9. And Fulham are 3 points above Liverpool. So Fulham have actually been doing well. Let's go on to check what sort of, let's see, form they've had, because some of these teams, when you play them, they either have a bad form or good form. My God, okay. They've actually been doing very well. Fulham has been doing very well. They do deserve to be in the position they are. So let's not take this as a very easy game. I am not taking it as an easy game. I think this is going to be a challenge because, as I said, Fulham are doing very well. If you look at the games, the recent games, right? They played Fulham so far. They played Leeds United. They beat Leeds United 3-2. They played Aston Villa. They beat Aston Villa 3-0. They played Bournemouth. It was a draw 2-2. They lost to West Ham and they drew with Everton. So they're coming in with very good form. They've only lost one game. So Fulham, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they've only lost one game. So it's going to be a test. As I said, it's not going to be an easy game, as people say. So a tough call. Fulham are a bogey team. That's true. Actually says they're a bogey team. Not a bogey team to us, because if you look at our record against Fulham, here's our record. If you look at the record against Fulham, Man City, recent meetings, we've beaten Fulham away. In 2019, we beat them away. In 2020, we beat them at home. And in 2021, we also beat them away with 3-0. So we've actually kept clean sheets against Fulham. But to be honest with you, they're a different type of animal right now. They're a very stable team. They're more stable than the times we met them. But we have a very decent record against Fulham. But to be honest with you, I'm impressed with them because at the beginning of the season, a lot of us did the predictions. We put Fulham at the bottom. I remember I did the same thing. Well, like, Fulham are going to go back down, because don't remember that time when they came back up and Fulham bought a lot of players and then they're going back down. So though that's the recent meeting, guys, it's very looks good for City. Well, it looks good for City, but as I've said, Fulham have only lost one game out of 5. Um, Man City, we are also coming in good form. We beat United 6-3. We beat Southampton 4-0. We lost to Liverpool 1-0. And we beat Brighton 3-1. And we beat Leicester 1-0. So City have won 4 games and lost 1. While Fulham have drawn 2 games, won 2 games and lost 1. It's going to be a very interesting and saucy, very saucy game. It's going to be a very saucy game. And as I said, they're above Liverpool as we talk right now, and it's very good, looking good for Fulham. So, guys, looking at this, right? How you doing, Martin?
Evening.
Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, I was just going through the recent form of Fulham. I've said they drew 2 games, won 2 games, and they've only lost 1 game, and they're sitting 7th in the table above Liverpool with 3 points.
Doing really, really well.
Yeah,
Really well.
they are doing real well, and it's not a team to. A lot of people have been telling me this, but if you can see, Martin, our record against Fulham is very good. But I know this is a different sort of Fulham we're playing right now. We only played them last year, I think so. Then we beat them 3-0. But to be honest with you, they are a different sort of team right now. They're more confident and more gelled. So it's not going to
Well,
be an easy outing.
no. I'll tell you what, Pat. I had a look at a stat earlier, which surprised me when I did my preview. Do you know the last 3 visits to the Etihad, or the last time, the only time Fulham have beaten us has been at the Etihad.
Surprising, isn't it?
Honestly,
Very surprising.
because I was amazed. It was 2006, 2009,
Mm.
and then 2008. They literally beat us and it was weird because I went back and I thought, when was the last time Fulham actually beat us? And all of them were home games.
Yeah,
And it just,
would you,
it got me more nervous about tomorrow.
yeah, but do you want to also hear something exciting? When I was doing the preview of Nottingham Forest versus Man City, I think it had a record where Nottingham Forest have always beaten us, but obviously because in the past when we met them, they were the stronger team. So we also had that dodgy record, and when I met them, I was like, you know what? It's one of those history things where you find, yes, the team right now you're better, but it's still just there. You know what I mean? You go to that ground, and but we managed to get over that. But you know what I'm trying to say is, it's that is stable team, but I think we can still manage I think we'll manage to beat them. I think we will.
I think we'll beat
And
them.
I get where you're coming from. Yeah, I think we will beat them because I think if it was
I'm
away,
excited though. I'm
yeah,
excited because I think they'll play football. They're not going to do a Leicester City and park the bus.
no, they don't
If you
do
go
that.
back,
Marco
if you
Silva
go back
doesn't.
to the FA Cup game last year, in that first half, they had
Yeah,
a
they went toe
go.
to toe.
Yep, yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
went one up. You know, Marco Silva is plaudits for that. He's not scared of anyone.
yeah. He's not because I think. Do you know what? Do you know what I've noticed? I think he's one of those people who says, "Let's play my football. If we go down, you have to believe in my football, my philosophy. So if we lose my way." I think he's not a bit of a coward because I have seen every game they've played, win or lose, they have been on the front foot.
Yeah, and he's done that everywhere he's been. I thought he was very unlucky at Everton to
Yeah.
get the sack.
Hmm.
Watford is just Watford. We all know what Watford are like. They sack everyone. If you lose one game, you're out at Watford. So I do think he's just found his natural home at Fulham, and
Mm.
they've got Mitrovic, and like Pep said today, Mitrovic is dangerous. Second balls, and our back line are going to have to be switched on for
Yeah,
Mitrovic.
there's a comment here. Chelsea Perspective says, big up to you too. Just basically, guys, go and subscribe to his channel. I think he's got a channel. Go and subscribe to his channel, and support him. So, guys, since now we have looked at the recent, we look like we've got a good record, and at the end of the day, me and Martin are still we're still cautioning the team that if I don't think it's one of those teams that you say we'll just beat them by showing up. I think you're gonna have to play because Mitrovic is on fire right now. He's got 7 goals or 6 goals, as we say. He's having a very good season. They've got a is it Polinia? I think in the midfield, if I remember. Adebayo, I haven't seen him.
He's
I
a
haven't seen him in,
superstar.
yeah, I haven't seen Adebayo in recent games, but Robinson is the one. Martin, there's a left back they
Is he
have.
the fullback?
Yeah,
He's the
the
left
left back.
fullback, isn't Yeah.
I hope one day he's fullback. I hope one day we look at him. He's not signing his contract, and I've always wondered that why don't teams look at him? He's very fast, very good technical wise. So I hope we look at him one day.
Let's not go down the left back road. Let's not start left back roads again.
Yeah, I know, I
We'll
know.
end up saying we're slagging Gomez off.
No, we're not. I'm just saying that for a guy, he's not signing his contract. He was supposed to renew. He refused it, so he's now gonna have like 6 months, I think, so next year. So basically, he's wants to leave. I think he wants to go to a better team because he's got the ability. He's got strong ability. So guys, subscribe to the channel, like the vid, and subscribe to Mancunian Way. That's Martin's channel. It's a very good channel. Support him. But guys, let's move on to this. So Martin, do you see any surprises in the lineup?
No, I think he'll go strongest 11. The only thing I can't decipher is probably the fullback situation. I don't know whether he goes John Stones at right back or whether he goes Cancelo right back and Aki left back, for example. I don't think Sergio Gomez plays. I
Yeah.
don't think Alvarez plays.
What about Akanji? Right back. He's back in training.
No, Akanji needs to be centre back. He absolutely needs to be. I don't listen. He's a superstar of a player, but I felt nervous with him as a right back. I don't know why, but I feel a bit more nervous with him at right back.
Yeah, I think it takes away from what he's good at because this is the reason
Yeah,
why one time I told people that this behavior that we have right now with Pep, where he puts like because if you look at Peregrini and Mancini, they never like this is the first time we found a manager who experiments a lot. You know what I mean? Like before, it was all natural. If somebody gets injured, yes, but it was all natural all the time. But
but it was his
Pep
backup. His
looks like
backup went in, didn't it?
yeah, but that's the thing about Pep. It looks like he's missing. I think, but the funny thing is, we've all known this. We say this multiple times on Spaces that we need backups in the fullback areas. We said at the beginning of the season. So now, if you look at it, we're using people like Akaji and Stones, which I don't like because what I've noticed, Martin, in our team, I want you to watch closely. Watch all the games where our center backs played full backs. They always get injured. Okay, knock. You know what I mean? Knock. I think because it's more straining for them. They're not used to sometimes running up against wingers. I've noticed
No,
Stones gets injured a
yeah,
lot when he's a fullback. Akanji, same thing. And Ake, one time he played a very amazing game as a fullback, and then the next game, oh, he's not in training. He had a knock. You know what I mean? So it's just, I
yeah,
just feel like I think we really need to recruit, and maybe people were right saying we actually need a senior fullback. The experiment of Gomez can work, but maybe they were right saying they're just looking at him until January. If they see that they really need a senior fullback, they'll get one. Funny enough, Lodi, who's at Nottingham Forest, was our target, and they were charging us 70 million, and now they're charging Nottingham Forest 25
yeah.
million.
I
I
mean,
hate.
what I'll say in it, Pat, is I now see why the club were considering Gomez to go on loan. And
Yeah.
I don't mean that in a bad way.
No, you don't.
It
You
look
don't.
it looks
I think we
like
had this debate. We had this debate.
yeah,
I think
I
you
think
were saying it.
he kind of needs that loan somewhere just to get full first team proper in the Premier
Yeah.
League or England stability.
Yeah.
But he's here now and we've got to support him. But the thing is, that's what you just said there about a centre back at full back. Do you know what it takes away? So, for example, say he plays Mahrez tomorrow on the right, which I don't want him to do, but he may do because it's Pep. John Stones won't overlap. So then Mahrez, that he's then stuck because Mahrez is so used to a Walker overlapping him, for the ball or anything like that. You'll notice it kills a little bit of our play because John Stones can't bomb up the side to overlap like a Cancelo can or a Walker can. And that's my only
Yeah.
thing with having a centre back at full back. It takes a little bit of our game away.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I keep saying. I said maybe I think that's the thing that used to frustrate me about CDM. Like we never had a CDM. There was a point in time it was just Fernandinho, and if Fernandinho is gone, they used to throw in Gundogan. And in my head, I was like, a
Yeah,
big team like we are, why don't we just go and find one? You know what I mean? Just go find one. And then sometimes we used to fall short because we would play Gundogan in certain games and he would do amazingly, and he did amazingly most times. And you play in other games where he would get outrun, and you could know that he is not a natural CDM. So it's just that I don't know, Martin. This team is funny, especially under Pep. Do you remember there was a time we were starving for strikers? Now we've got two. Now we were starving for
yeah,
center mids. Now we've got two defensive midfielders. Now we're starving for full backs. Is
yeah.
when
And
maybe
everyone wants to shoehorn. Everyone wants to shoehorn Alvarez to the wing just to get him in the team.
yeah, yeah. So do you know what's going to
Shoehorn him
happen?
over there.
Yeah. So do you know what's going to happen, Martin? These guys are going to become old De Bruyne and them, and then we're going to be missing central midfielders, and then he'll start dropping some of these people into midfield. It's just,
Yeah.
it's never
Don't you're
straightforward.
scaring me, Pat. You're scaring me. I'm like,
Nah,
oh,
nah,
no,
yeah,
I think it's strongest 11 tomorrow. I really
yeah. So
think.
what's
I
the
think
strongest 11
Haaland,
for tomorrow then?
Edison's back. I've got a feeling Aki will play. I think Aki will play left back. I think he'll play Akanji and either Diaz or Laporte. I'm not sure which one. That's the only one I can't decide. Akanji plays, it's who partners him out of Diaz and Laporte. That's what I can't decide. And I think Cancelo will go back. And then it'll be Rodri, Bernardo Silva, KDB, Grealish, Haaland, Foden. But
I
Foden,
wouldn't mind this. I wouldn't mind this team at all. I think this this
Foden's
this
got to be
this
on the
would be
right. I want Foden on the right.
yeah this would be a team that I think everybody, if it came out, you wouldn't say much because you know you're gonna get protection from the left side, and Cancelo can be free, and the three can form a three at the back. So I think this would be one of our strongest uh, teams. But knowing Pep, as always, when we think we finally have him figured out, he's going to play a 4-4-2 with Alvarez in there. Yeah. So
He
anyway,
made. Do you think Haaland plays? Do you think he has made it?
I saw him in the training videos, and I don't think he's been training just recently, as Pep has been telling us. He was limping, Martin. But do you know what I saw when he was at the parties? There was a few videos. He was walking and dancing. So we
Kyle
saw him
Walker
limp
was.
once.
That
Yeah,
amazed me.
Walker, yeah, even Walker. Yeah, Walker's also having fun. I saw him.
Yeah,
So do you know what made me? Do you know what make me laugh about this Haaland thing? I think they have been saying he had the foot thing. I think it's one of those foot pains, but you'll be fine tomorrow. You can leave it off tomorrow because he just limped that time, and it wasn't the limping as bad, and he wasn't wearing any
yeah.
protective wear. So I
Well,
think it wasn't
someone
that
said on
serious.
my
And Kyle Walker,
stream
you're
earlier.
right. Kyle Walker was
Yeah.
yeah,
Someone said
Kyle
earlier
Walker
on
was
my
also having
stream that
fun.
they think Haaland's not actually been fully injured. They think he's just had a rest. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
and do
what
you
do you
know?
mean? You went,
Do you
you just see him doing it.
and and Kyle Walker was wearing high heels. He was in a costume for Spice Girls. Did you see that?
This is what I mean. This is a guy who's just had a groin operation and he's high
Yeah,
heeling it, dressed up to the nines, dancing, and you're like, what are you doing? I thought you were injured.
I'm telling you, I just for Haaland, I think he's fine because when I saw him doing the whole, circle,
The Viking.
the
Was he a Viking
yeah,
or for
and no,
who was it?
yeah, he was a Viking, but also I'm saying during training, he was running, kicking the ball, pressing. They were doing the pressing thing so I think he's fine. I think Pep knowing that I need to kill this game. I don't know. Maybe you'll be Alvarez and bringing Haaland in. But remember last time when we thought Haaland had a bit of a knock? Next game, Haaland was back. He just
Yeah.
missed one and he was back immediately. So I think we'll see him. I think he wasn't as injured as people think he is. They're just managing him. So anyway, guys, that's the lineup we've come up with. Let's go to the part where Martin, everybody doesn't like score prediction. Don't forget we are at home. Are you going to see the game?
Yeah. I'm at the game. I'm at the game tomorrow. I'm at the next three. I'm there tomorrow, Wednesday, and then the next Saturday.
Well, are you going to do a vlog?
I fancy us to win 3-1.
Yeah, I'm saying, are you going to do a vlog tomorrow? Are you going to do a
sorry,
video before you get into the ground?
No, I'm not doing any bit. I've just done my videos for tonight, for tomorrow. So
I was watching those ones.
I've just done a Jude Bellingham one actually.
Yeah, I saw that also, but I thought you were gonna do one of those lineup videos because you used to do them outside the ground. I've seen
I'm gonna do. I'll probably do like a YouTube short or a space from outside the ground. Because I do enjoy them because I find it intriguing how all of us sit here and put these team sheets out, and then when you hear the team sheet, you see everyone changing the mind and changing everything, and it's quite intriguing to watch how everyone just completely changes everything they thought because of it. Seeing a team sheet. So, yeah, there's something tomorrow actually.
Yeah, great. So anyway, for me, I'm going with 3-0. I think we'll be able to keep a clean sheet. I know Mitrovic is on fire, but I think we'll keep the ball. Let's not forget. I have seen this team at home keep the ball away from a few people who are very dangerous strikers. Remember Lukaku? People thought Lukaku would score against us, and we kept away from Lukaku. But we're gonna have to be careful because if they do a counter and they give him the ball, it might be bad for us.
I'm more worried about what's he called? Is it Paulinho, the guy in the middle?
Paulinho. He's very good.
Yeah, it's him they've got to stop. You're gonna have to have Rodri's gonna have to do his job tomorrow, I think.
Yeah. Thank God Phillips is on the bench, so maybe if Rodri's is back from injury, but I would like to see him, as I said at the beginning. So, guys, that's the preview. Sorry, it was a late one, guys. There's just a few things I had to sort out, but I said no matter what, I'm stream. I know most of you guys are gonna watch it in the morning. Most times when I do a stream at 12, a lot of people in the morning. So thank you very much for coming, Martin. You sound like you're in a car.
Yeah, I'm on my way to my parents' house to lock up and make sure everything's all right. So
Okay,
I
cool. Okay,
often
cool.
do.
Okay. Thank you very much, Martin. All the best at the game
No,
tomorrow. And
anytime, mate.
yeah, until then on. So, guys, that's he thinks it's gonna be a 3-1 game. I think it's gonna be a 3. Hopefully, we win tomorrow and go top of the table. And Martin, I've been hoping that finally Arsenal lose, so that I can't see Arsenal on Twitter anymore. That wreck in my head, and that they're going to another level now. So, see you very much. See you tomorrow. Thank you very much.